Here's what you need to do to supercharge your Mercedes M113 naturally aspirated engine. So you start with any engine, the 4.3, 5 liter, or the 5.4. Of course, if you have the 5 liter or the 4.3, they have different cams. So you can get those and swap them. Then you need to remove this, the secondary air injection, and the bracket that holds it. This bracket can be unbolted. This came from the C55. The older cars had a bracket here, aluminum bracket, that was part of the timing cover, that you need to cut that off here, like this one. You need to swap in the this thermostat housing and water inlet with this one from the Supercharged cars. The part number is 113-203-0275. You need the harmonic balancer from the Supercharged cars, and of course the bolt that holds it, the crank pulley bolt that is longer on the Supercharged cars. You need the double idler pulleys here. You need the Supercharger tensioner pulley that sits here. Usually the idler pulley is located here on the natural aspirated car. It gets moved here on the Supercharged cars. You need to get these valves here, secondary air injection valves from the K car. That is the part number 113-140-0160, and both sides have the same part number. You need some other brackets. If you can see, this is the bracket that holds the water pipes that are coming from the Supercharger cooler or heat exchanger that's underneath the Supercharger. So you need this bracket here, and the part number is 113-011-0040. You need this other bracket that goes here. It holds this valve here. It's located differently, and the part number on that is 113-037-0039. You also need this hose, part number 112-018-0782, and that goes here from the breather to the air filter housing. You need these two eyelets. These go at the edge of the Supercharger here. One goes here and the other goes in the other side. You can lift the engines from here. This is the one on the passenger side, and that also acts as it covers the EGR valve opening that's on the naturally aspirated cars. That part number is 112-0641-861. And the part number of the driver's side is 112-223-0541. Of course, I'm not sure if I mentioned that you need the oil dipstick tube from the Supercharged car, same as the transmission fill tube, because they look different on both cars. And don't forget to change the grommet or the rubber the rubber gasket thingy that goes on the engine oil pan and seals this dipstick tube because it always leaks. Of course, you need the supercharger, you need the surge tanks, and of course all the bolts. Try to get as much parts as you can. Of course, you need these couplers, you need the gaskets here, and of course these gaskets are the same as the naturally aspirated car. Of course, you need the wiring harness, you need the ECU. You have to do a little bit of wiring, not that much. You need the sending unit from a supercharged car because it's a different shape than a naturally aspirated car, and the pressure is higher. So there's like 5.1 bar pressure regulator that goes here, and it looks different, doesn't fit the other sending units. This sending unit has 2 inlets, so you need to modify that. So you need to block one of them or cut it and replace these wiring, these lines. The wiring is a little bit different, but nothing that you cannot figure out while you're doing it. There's nothing kind of surprising about that. Of course, you need a bigger pump because the supercharged cars, they run dual pump setup. You can run one pump, one bigger pump, aftermarket pump, and I think that's pretty much it, as I remember. Yes, of course, you need the fuel rail because it looks different, and you need the fuel injectors because they are also different. Of course, you need the air box from the supercharged car, and you need to do a little bit of wiring. You need the pump, the intercooler pump. You need, of course, a charge cooler. You need to install it, and then you need a charge cooler pump that you need to wire it, and of course run your coolant lines, and you need a coolant reservoir wiring that you need to do to hook up to your pump and to hook it up to your SAM module. And of course the last thing is if you want to run your secondary air injection, usually it's here on the E-Class on this side at the bottom, just behind the bumper. You can run it, and it goes directly to the SAM, and it goes here on the supercharger, here, this inlet, and that's pretty much it. I hope I didn't forget a lot of things, but if you have any question, just comment down below and I'll try to answer your questions. Thank you very much for watching.